Do you believe that if you're against white supremacy, you have to be against voter ID laws?
Senator, in my role as an advocate, I have...
Ma'am, I'm not asking you about this. It wasn't the case. I'm asking you what you believe.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an intense and gripping discussion from the Senate hearings. Senator Kennedy's questioning of President Biden's nominee has sparked some serious controversy. In this video, we're diving into a moment where the nominee was caught off guard as Senator Kennedy read her own words about white supremacy. We'll break down the exchange, explore its implications, and get into the heated back and forth that followed. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our latest content. So, Senator Kennedy began his questioning by quoting a 2017 article written by the nominee. He reads, "It's inconsistent to denounce white supremacy but not repudiate voter ID laws." The nominee confirms she made this statement but insists it was from her role as an advocate, not her personal belief. Kennedy presses further, asking if personally she believes that opposing white supremacy means also opposing voter ID laws. She dodges the question, stating that the Supreme Court has ruled these laws constitutional, but doesn't directly answer whether she personally agrees with that stance.
Ms. Merl, I'm looking at an article you wrote in The Breach in 2017. You said, I'm going to quote, "It's inconsistent to denounce white supremacy but not repudiate voter ID laws." Did you say that?
Thank you for the questions, Senator.
You're welcome.
I believe that was an interview I gave in the days after Charlottesville,
Right.
and I believe those statements were it was in my role as an advocate regarding my work representing voters in Alabama challenging.
So you didn't mean them as a person?
I made them in my role as an
Do
advocate.
you mean them as a person? I'm not asking you in your role as an advocate. Do you believe that if you're against white supremacy, you have to be against voter ID laws?
Senator, in my role as an advocate, I have...
Ma'am, I'm not asking you about this. It wasn't the case. I'm asking you what you believe. And I don't appreciate you dodging my question. Now, this is a serious position you've been nominated for. Do you believe that someone who is against white supremacy also has to be against voter ID laws?
Senator, no. The Supreme Court has held that photo ID...
What do you believe?
I believe that the Supreme Court has held...
What do you believe personally?
I believe that photo ID laws have been held to be constitutional.
Do you think voter ID laws are appropriate or inappropriate?
I believe those are questions that election officials...
Do you believe that voter ID laws are appropriate or inappropriate?
I believe that photo ID laws have been held to be constitutional. I believe there are cases in which they are...
What do you believe?
I believe there are cases in which they are
What
appropriate.
do you believe?
I also believe there are cases
What do you
in
believe?
which they can...
What do you believe? Do you
Senator,
believe?
let her answer, please.
I'm trying to. We both know what's going on, Mr. Chairman.
Let her complete the sentence.
Well, let me do my own questioning, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your help, Professor. Do you believe that voter ID's laws are appropriate or not?
I believe there are circumstances where photo ID laws can be constitutionally implemented, and I believe that the Supreme Court has also held that there are circumstances when they would not be constitutionally permitted.
Okay. All right, Ms.
Next up, Kennedy brings up a 2015 panel discussion where the nominee allegedly claimed that the killing of unarmed black men by police happens every day in America. The nominee struggles to recall the exact statement but admits it might have been said in her role as an advocate. Kennedy challenges her further, asking if she genuinely believes that police kill unarmed black men every day. The nominee tries to deflect, stating that law enforcement faces significant challenges, but Kennedy isn't buying it. He insists that without data, such statements are baseless, and questions her ability to be unbiased if confirmed. Moving on, Kennedy addresses a letter the nominee sent, criticizing the use of foot pursuits by the Chicago Police Department. Kennedy questions her stance on whether police should be allowed to pursue suspects on foot, given the context of the letter. The nominee clarifies that her concern was about dangerous and unnecessary pursuits, not foot pursuits in general. She emphasizes that her recommendations were meant to improve policies, not to eliminate them entirely. In another part of the exchange, Kennedy brings up a tweet from the nominee, suggesting that judges might be influenced by protests. The nominee insists that judges should remain unaffected by public opinion and focus solely on the law and facts of each case. Kennedy probes further, asking if she truly believes judges could be swayed by protesters. The nominee reassures that judges should and would adhere strictly to legal standards. Finally, Kennedy revisits the topic of voter ID laws, referencing a 2021 SPLC report where the nominee reportedly said such laws are burdensome and serve no legitimate state interest. The nominee struggles to recall the specific language but stands by her commitment to uphold Supreme Court decisions. Kennedy questions whether she still holds these views and demands clarification on whether she believes voter ID laws are appropriate. So, what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And remember, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Senate hearings, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.